What are you in control of? Now, if I went over to Twitter today, I'm sure I would find a heated argument, probably about Trump, probably another one about the coronavirus, about the COVID idiots who are going around, not social distancing. You probably have another argument on should you wear a mask or should you not wear a mask. But you'll find all those arguments, and you will find people spend a long time in there arguing over and back, insulting. It might be a little civil at the start, but over time the volume gets louder, the insults get stronger, and in some cases some people think by doing that they're going to reach a point where that person is going to crumble and they are going to win that argument. But is that really a good use of your time? Are you really in control of Trump, what he says, what he does? Are you in control of those people who are refusing to wear masks? Are you in control of politicians, celebrities? Are you in control of their opinions? Now, at the moment, J.K. Rowling is getting a big kicking on Twitter because of her opinions on transgender. Now, everybody is entitled to their opinion. You mightn't agree with it. You might have the opposite opinion. But you really need to spend, half an hour or an hour or even more on a platform like Twitter or Facebook or whatever, just arguing away. It's a total waste of your time. It's bad for your health. I'm sure in some cases, if it's really, really strong, if you have a really strong opinion on something, it's going to drive up your blood pressure. It's going to affect your health. But is it really worth doing? Because at the end of the day, all those things are totally out of your control. The only thing you can control this morning or today is whatever actions you can do in your business. Whether you make a video, whether you write a blog post, whether you sit down and write another 1,000 words for your fiction book, or whatever it is. But those things you can do in your life are in your control, and that is the racing lane that you need to stick to. Everything else outside that does not matter because it's totally out of your control. Trump's going to do what he's going to do. The people who refuse to wear masks are probably going to have COVID parties and all those different things to show how great they are and how that they'll never get it and all those different things. So do you really need to get involved in that? You really need to get wrapped up in that. And as well too, even in your own writing, if you find somebody who maybe puts a negative comment on your blog or who slates your book, or if you find maybe your competition is robbing a book idea and is kind of doing a clone version of it or whatever, should you really worry about that? Should you focus your energy and your time? Yes, it's only human to get angry when somebody does something like that, especially when you're trying to do a good thing, when you're trying to do the best you can. But at the end of the day, people are going to have their opinions of you, of what you do, or whatever, and it's very rare that you are going to change them, no matter how many times you try to shout them down. If you shout them down, it's just going to make them be more steadfast, hold on to that position, because they're not going to let go of those beliefs just because you're shouting at them. If there's going to be a change in that person, it's going to be up to them to release those beliefs, maybe to have an independent look at what they're looking at, a third party kind of look, and see themselves, well, yeah, I was right, or sorry, I was wrong, I shouldn't really have thought that was wrong at the time. But you're never going to convince them of that. That is up to them. So whatever you're doing today, if there is something that is angering you, if there's something that is drawing your attention to, whether that's something on social media, whether that's in news, Facebook or something like that, if there's something maybe that's just irritating you at the moment, just ask yourself that simple question: is it something that I can control? Can I change the outcome here in any way? And in the majority of cases, you probably can't. So at the end of the day, what is the point of getting wrapped up in that, because you can't change the outcome? The only thing you can probably change in the majority of times is what you do, how you think, how you act, and whatever you make. And those are the only things that you can have any control over. Everything else is just outside your it's beyond your pay grade. You're never going to change it by getting it angry or, ranting and raving or whatever it is that you feel like doing right now. So forget those bad book reviews. People are going to have opinion of your book. It's their opinion, they're entitled to it. You're always going to find people who are going to be copycats, who aren't going to think for themselves and just going to copy everybody else and try and do that. But yourself, copycats never really get remembered. It's always the people who are unique and who have the original ideas that stand out. So Whatever is angering you today, is it within your control? If it's not, ditch it and focus on the things you can control. So if you'd like to ask me a question for an upcoming video, you're very welcome to reach out to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to know where all these videos and podcast episodes and everything else I do, if you do a search for WriteCome, that's WriteCome.com, you'll find the content all over the web. Now if you come over to the WriteCome site right now, we have a great free report called Words to Wealth, and in it I'm going to show you 10 different ways you can make money from your writing. Now, if that's something that you might help you right now, if you're being affected by the coronavirus, head on over, download the free report, give it a read through, take action on what I put in it, and you will find that there is something for everybody. You don't even need to be a great writer to make money from home with your keyboard. Get the report, try it out, let me know how you get on with it, and if you have any problems or if you have any questions, again, reach out to the email address I gave you earlier on. And as always, thanks for sharing your time with me again today. Take care, have a great day, bye bye.